spots like Padar Island, Pink Beach, Komodo Island, and the last Manta Point. Yeah. So leaving from here to Padar Island, 3 hours.
First stop is Padar Beach, where we have a 20-minute hike to like the most iconic view of Flores. Look at them!
Well, whirlwind, straight into it. We are on one of the many options to see the Komodo Islands. They go up to like 11 nights on a private cruise. This one is the absolute cheapest one we could do. Ended up costing us about 600,000 rupiah each, which is about 60 Australian dollars, but that doesn't include the Komodo National Park fee, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Our first stop is here at Padar Island, currently climbing up to pretty cool views.
800 steps and it's so hot, but the view is gonna be worth it, I know.
It's only 800 steps, but it just keeps going.
We made it to the most iconic view in Flores.
Cost a lot of sweat, but we got here. It was a really deceptively long hike. We thought it was going to be a lot easier than that, but the heat was relentless.
I am sweating in places I didn't know you could sweat. Like my hands feel sweaty. Your hands shouldn't be able to sweat. It's so beautiful and it looks like Jurassic Park.
It is super, super nice.
Now, at least an easier, albeit still hot walk back to the boat. And then, pretty sure we're going to Komodo Island next. If not, it's Pink Beach.
I just want to get in the water.
Yeah, I know. Let's just jump. We made it to Komodo Island.
In this island, besides dragon, you have animals like a deer, buffalo, wild boar, and all the pointed snake.
We are currently in the jungles being a little bit herded around through the path, just so we don't get dragged into the forest by a venomous lizard dragon.
Apparently there's so many different animals here, including a wild boar, which we've already seen, and buffalo.
Yeah.
I had no idea they were here.
All sorts, and heaps of snakes, which we might see.
There's 3 options for tracks here. The long adventure track, a short and a medium. We're going for the medium. Nice middle ground, 2.5 Ks.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see some more. And that's what we expected to experience. The reality of the island is a lot different. It's essentially just a photo op where each different group gets shuttled from dragon to take a photo with them. Not really the natural, rugged experience that we were hoping for. Back to the video. I hate to be negative because it still is a beautiful island and it's incredible that we get to see these the only living things on Earth that link us to dinosaurs. Just not what we expected.
We walked into the jungle and thought it was kind of cooking up, but then we just looked at a waterhole and looked at a nest and walked back. It was probably 200 meters total. Wasn't
What's
much.
crazy to me is that we paid 400,000 rupiah to have the entrance into the national park, and they wanted to increase that to 3.25 mil, and this experience is not worth it in my books for 3.25 mil. It doesn't even feel like dangerous. It doesn't feel like it's this dangerous reptile.
Feels like a zoo. Feels like a zoo.
It's a bit disappointing, but at least the next stop is the Pink Beach, so at least we get to go snorkeling. Final thoughts about Komodo Island. It's cool, but it's not what you expect. It's definitely just a photo op. Like, they didn't even tell us information about how old the dragons were, what they eat, any of that stuff you would normally learn in this sort of setting. We didn't get told. It's literally a photo op, buy something, leave. I'm glad we got to see them because it's seeing dragons, but it's disappointing. I don't know, I don't want to be negative. I'm glad we came and we got to experience it. If you're coming, just be prepared. It's probably not what you expect.
Maybe if you did take a 2-day or a 3-day cruise that came here really early in the morning, it might be a bit of a different experience, but just the crowds being ushered from one dragon to the other, all taking photos, it felt really inauthentic. But 2 more stops on this trip, finally get to get in the water as well. Back on the boat.
We have made it to Pink Beach for some snorkeling, and the water here is crystal clear. Saw so many different fish and sea urchin. There was like this really long fish and then this rainbow looking one. But the beach is so pretty. Apparently it's actually known to locals as Red Beach because the thing that makes the colour is red, and then when it's blended in with normal sand it turns like a pinky colour to the eyes. I'm excited for the next snorkeling spot though, which is with hopefully with manta rays.
That was actually a really cool beach, and apparently only one of 7 in the entire world.
Crazy. Only 7 pink beaches in the entire world.
I'm all blocked up in the nose now though.
I don't think that's from the pink beach.
Could be. It does suck in the wet season, but it's also cooler than it would be, and it's already really hot. Good with the bad.
We've come to the last snorkel spot of the day, but hopefully we get to swim with manta rays, which are these huge stingray looking things. Apparently they saw 5 yesterday. It looks like they're looking for them off the boat now.
I really hope we can find them. Really want to see them. Apparently they can go a 5-meter wingspan across. 5 meters.
It's 2 of you.
It's more than 2 of me.
It's crazy. It's huge. We're going, they might be here.
Good job. That was interesting. Very excited to get in. As soon as we got in, jellyfish.
And they gave us cigarettes to take away the sting. We were all so excited to jump in, and then everyone was like, jellyfish, get out, get out.
Bit of adrenaline for the day. That's good. I think we're still trying to find manta rays. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, getting away from the jellyfish.
Very chaotic and kind of ending on a high. Everyone has like adrenaline coursing through their veins and jellyfish poison.
See you later. We are back on dry land and exhausted.
That was such a long but good day. I know things didn't go to plan and we maybe got a bit negative there for a while, but it just wasn't what we expected. But it was still amazing. We were surrounded by this beautiful blue water and amazing green islands that just looked like they were from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, it was still really good.
Still had a great day.
Still no manta rays in the end. But